What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Eli the Rebel. Yes, you have heard the title. No, you've read the title correctly. Good lord, we're off to a fantastic start to this video. As you know, the title of this video is called GREYVEE Team Building, a Masterclass, or something like that. I don't know yet. I haven't made the title yet. But it's not because GREYVEE helped me. It's because GREYVEE helped these two people right here. Donphanatic in this clip, and then in a few minutes we're going to see how GREYVEE helped Onesie. So I taunted the Stealth Rock there, right? And by the way, if you guys were ever curious about my sets, links in the description for your viewing pleasure. But we're just critiquing, GREYVEE's building and how, how he's the iconic team builder of 2024 or 2025, excuse me. Best team builder in 2025 award goes to GREYVEE, aka Jack. I don't care what anybody says. Flamethrower, I scout with it for Miss Mag, and then I get the double right as I go handy manny in as he doubles into Torn. Oh, that crit U-turn did so much. I think that mattered. I think that slightly mattered. I heavy slam there, predicting the Scream Tail. Get that play incorrect. I go to Scizor, as that's going to be able to check whatever Serena wants to do, and then I get a nice U-turn on top of it. I was afraid of knockoff there, but GREYVEE doesn't think that knockoff is a real, move, totally not useful in getting rid of my choice band or anything like that. No, let's just power whip and use the power of friendship instead. I knock off myself, get rid of Torn's boots. Could I have U-turned and gained myself momentum? Yes, but apparently I thought that the boots on Torn, getting rid of those was more important. As once again we see Torn U-turn on the handy manny right here. So we're back in square one. I'm gonna stay in in case Serena wants to try something else, right? And the reason for that is, again, I'm fearing knockoff, but it's looking to me like GREYVEE, the goated team builder of 2025, has not put it on. Unfortunate power whip miss there, but it is what it is. I will U-turn on the Torn, go right into my Specs bundle here, and just fire off the Ice Beam, because nothing wants to come in on this. So the Serena is sacked. The Serena is sacked to my Ice Beam. Again, Ice Beam is free because, again, why would a Palafin come in on a thing? Now here's Scarf Chi-Yu, which absolutely dents my team a new one. It's the most obvious Scarf Chi-Yu, the way it, it just entered the field so fast. Gosh darn it, Swimmy. Okay, you need to chill out. Slow down, grab the wall. But there's the Dark Pulse right there. I'm a fighting type, so I resist the next one. I EQ in case, Fishy wants to stay in. But Scream Tail is the switch in on that. There goes up the rocks. So the rocks do actually go up. Heavy Slam does not kill, but the Citrus has been popped. Psychic noises me the following turn. So GREYVEE, wonderful Scream Tail set. I can't lie. However, I'm just going to court change the rocks away. But there's the Encore. So the whole move set was Stealth Rock, Encore, Psychic Noise, Flamethrower. There you go. That's the 4 moves. Great move combination right there, honestly, from GREYVEE's perspective. There's nothing you can there's nothing I could really do about it. It just covers everything. I clicked Ice Beam there. I think that's why the Palafin just came in out of left field. Usually Chi-Yu would come in there, but guess not. Or maybe it was Dark Pulse, I don't know. Uses this turn to double up. So the Torn is now going to take Rocks, Chip, which is quite unfortunate, but I'm going to Bullet Punch it. And I do live the Hurricane, so greatly EV'd on me, right? So I'm just going to Bullet Punch this. Try to Bullet Punch again, but, in classic GREYVEE fashion, of course you gotta pack on the priority move that is Jet Punch, but we'll get to priority moves later. On why GREYVEE is such the best team builder to have on your side in 2025. There's the freeze dry on the Torn Sack right there. Again, I'm a pure water type, so I resist the Jet Punch, no problem. Here comes the Fishy. As I clicked freeze dry, which means Fishy can live this freeze dry and then just, you know, Dark Pulse me back. Again, no Handy Manny to switch in on this Dark Pulse, so, you know, I just go into my Cinderace, hope that it specs, and it wasn't. Scarf Dark Pulse. So I have to, you know, barring any flinches, I gotta take this on and EQ this backwards. You know, through the power of friendship, and lo and behold, I get the EQ off. Get rid of the Fishy, which is wonderful, wonderful. That was the biggest threat to my plans, and now here comes the Finn. As we see, GREYVEE has built this set, fantastic set, because again, I think this part here is more to Donphanatic's part on bluffing Band when really it was bulk up this entire time, and I did not bring Roar. So like this exchange right here is gonna get a little awkward here. Gonna have to stack the Miss Mag because being a Scarf Miss Mag is great and all, but like, you know, there's a Jet Puncher, so there's nothing I can really do about that per se. And you know, I speed crit. You know, I threw some HP into the bundle, and bundle actually has pretty good Fizz Depth on top of that naturally. So there's that. Now I'm in the spot here where I'm thinking, is it Draco? Is it not Draco? I really don't know what's going on here, right? I don't know. Like, this is play of the game. This determines whether I win or not. But bro clicked Dragon Pulse, so now, you know, a Thunderclap here is gonna take me out, right? Right? No Thunderclap was shown. That's what I was referring to with, you know, GREYVEE not packing, you know, only packing priority on the Dolphin, but not on the Giraffe. So again, that's why you need to have GREYVEE on your team builder side. You need him in your front office today, folks. And now we're going into the game against Onesie, which is going to be a little longer. But you know, it's still a good battle. I didn't know this until the very end, until Onesie explained it to me. Winner of this gets the last playoff spot. But I get the lead somewhat right. I baited the Fluttermane to click the Moonblast button. Even if it was Psychic, I would take that and then just heavy slam it back. But you know, it's a great start for me. Again, nothing wrong with, you know, GREYVEE's building and things like that. And, you know, Onesie made the correct play of Moonblasting. Moonblasting was pretty free against me. You know, my Moonblast switching being freaking Cinderace of all things, right? It was pretty free. But now the Sylveon comes in to try to Hyper Voice, and now I'll use my Cinderace to go into that. We do see a little, you know, OnesieBanette luck here. You know, with Gunk Shot here. I think I missed like 2, if not 3 Gunk Shots in this game. And you're gonna see them later on. But I go into my Brute Bonnet here, thinking, I mean, kudos to, you know, I think in Onesie's defense, I became a Poison type. So like, you know, Lava Plume was free there in Onesie's defense. So, you know, that was fair. I didn't get burnt there, thankfully. A burn on the first Lava Plume would have been dramatic, tragic. But nevertheless, I go and, you know, Terra Fairy. And Terra Fairy kind of walls this thing, not going to lie. Onesie has to rely on, you know, the reason why this turn took a while, I'm just sitting here thinking like, oh, like maybe GREYVEE put on Sleep Powder. And if Sleep Powder lands here, then I'm kind of like, you know, Immobila and things of that nature. But all we see is a Leaf Blade, so, you know, I just Terra Blast Lilligant Hisui backwards, which is great for me. Great for me. Triple Axel would have been terrible, too, to see. But Specs Walking Wake is going to come in. Terra Water and Hydro Steed me into back to where I came from, you know what I'm saying? So I'm once again baiting Onesie into clicking the stab moves and punishing for the stab moves, and I mirror coded the freaking walking wake back, and walking wake is down. It did pretty much exactly half, so I doubled the damage output and it O-code, which is great for me. I debated whether to flip turn or just raw switch here on this Roaring Moon, but I go right into my Wheezing Galar thinking it was going to be DD, but it wasn't. It just U-turned out, red carded into the Torkoal, which is like, it's whatever, right? But again, I go into my Swampert thinking that, again, Swampert's job was what? To, 1v1 the Walking Wake. It did that already, so what do I need this for, right? I get the Lava Plume burn on the Purr, which is unfortunate, but, it's Mons, 30% of the time, you get it every time. So, at this point, I'm just EQing for Chipskis, right? Nothing too special here, nothing too flashy. EQ is pretty free. Here I mirror coat in case bro wants to, yep, exactly, Draining Kiss, and then I'll do some damage back. It actually does a little bit more than EQ, not gonna lie. I EQ there in case the Calm Mind was coming. So all we've seen so far from this Sylveon is Draining Kiss and Hyper Voice. Haven't seen Wish, and that's because OnesieBanette said that it was Wish. But then our GOAT team builder GREYVEE had other ideas. So again, GREYVEE knowing something that neither of us do. Again, another reason to have him on your front office. Absolutely 110%. And no disrespect to GREYVEE. GREYVEE has triple, if not quadruple, the amount of championships that I do. But again, GREYVEE, I don't know if you did it on purpose or not, but I just want to say thank you. Because without it, I wouldn't be in playoffs right now. I'm gonna be for real. It's just funny to me how these two games were both due to GREYVEE's wonderful team building, and that's what this video is about. If you haven't gotten it by now, but I'm in this 1v1 situation, which in hindsight I would have gotten away with. So like, my GOAT Blazeman, okay, my GOAT Blazeman changed this to Seed Bomb and Sucker Punch over Stomping Tantrum and Earth Power. Looking back on it, literally I'm like cycling through my moves. I'm like, dang, if I was Earth Power here, this Torkoal would have been gone like, a long time ago, But I thought I conditioned Torkoal to Rapid Spin a bunch of times, so I went, bundle on the last turn of Sun, but bro Lava Plumed me and I lost my bundle. So me thinking, oh shoot, I lost this game, no playoffs for me. Actually, no, I lied, because I wasn't even thinking about playoffs at this point. I just wanted to play. Whatever. But we see the Lava Plume here. I Pain Splitted, right? No, I Shadow Balled. What was Shadow Ball for? I think it was because Shadow Ball. I think it was because Strange Team. Yeah, Torkoal like resisting Strange Team, right? This is the sequence where Wish Protect would be really, really handy here. But we don't see that here. But we do not see that here. As a Terra Blast is gonna pop off. Now I am obviously I'm Root Bonnets are physical for 90-95% of the time. So like I'm gonna wear this Sylveon down over time, slowly but surely. And Synthesis in the Sun, for those that don't know, right? It's a weather dependent move. So in regular conditions, it's 50% health, but in Sun, it's 2/3, so 66%. And coincidentally, in Sand and other weathers, like Sand, Snow, and like Rain, you only get like 25. So the Sun is actually helping me, with the longevity and stuff like that, because again, Draining Kiss, as we saw in, no, you guys haven't seen that video yet. Draining Kiss is only 50 base power. I was alluding to something. Earlier, but, I get it down to like, pretty much like super tiny red, which means, okay, that's Sucker Punch range. I'm tired of this Sylveon, moving first, blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. Here comes the Torkoal. Obviously I synth up here, because Torkoal's Lava Plume is only doing so much, because it's pretty much like max FistToY build, as like, you know, as most Torkoals should be. You know, that's, you know, again, that's a GREYVEE's great team building going, you know, coming back, you know, to the front light and stuff. Here I think it was yeah, there's the pain split here. There's the lava plume. I live on one. Go EVing by me. There's nothing GREYVEE's team building could do to prevent that. That's just, you know, Weezingallard having faith, you know, toughing it out for me and nobody else. So I get a second pain split off, chip this down even more, and here's the moment of truth. Do I get the gunk shot off? No, I think it was Pyro Ball. No, I was measuring like which one was more accurate, and Pyro Ball is actually 90% accuracy and not 80, thankfully. That's why I went with it. And it's boosted in the sun, so there, you know, there's that as well. Had I U-turned there, I killed this, right? But, you know, I just, you know, didn't think Torkoal would switch. It's fine. So there's that. I let that go. The EQ is gonna do that much because, you know, Brute Bonded's FistToY is pretty natural and whatnot. I think the EVs were like 96 in attack. I don't think FistToY was even touched. There's the lava plume, right? The proto wears off. The proto wore off because of the sun. I'm down to 1 synth left, so, you know, at this point I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna fire off my stab Terra Blast Fairy because that's all I know how to do, right? I'm gonna sucker here because it's neutral damage. There's the crit, and it only moved my bar like, you know, 30% and stuff like that. So I'm in no rush to use up my last synthesis right here, honestly. So the fact that the crit got out of the way, right? I was able to, you know, Terra Blast, go into my last synthesis to bring myself back up to 3/4 health, you know, a little 60 something and whatnot, and then I just sucker and end the game. So with that, it's been your boy Lars the Rebel. I'll catch you guys in playoffs. Peace!